What is up, everybody? Nick here, and today we are going to be doing a unboxing of something new that I just grabbed that I cannot wait to show you all. So let's get to it. All right, you guys, so right here we have what is better known as a camel spider or sun spider or wind scorpion. Turns out they're not even spiders or scorpions or anything of that sort. These are arachnids. They are considered sulfugae. Yeah, that. Sulfugids. That's the word. So these are sulfugids, but like scorpions and spiders sometimes, they have chelicerae. So that is the little tiny mouth parts that pinch and crush their prey. And instead of having them like this, where they pinch and bite, like most scorpions do, they have this. So what they're gonna do is they're gonna take their prey and just pull it apart and just tear it to shreds. They do very much look like spiders. They are not, however. They cannot produce webs. However, like some spider species, they do burrow. They like to dig in the sand, and they create these burrows so that they can get away from the heat. Even though they live in the desert, they do not like the heat. They actually like to be around room temperature, and they only really come out at night in the desert. So you may have seen videos or pictures of these in Iraq, these big, huge spider things. That's actually a myth. They can only get a certain leg span and height. It depends on the species. All right, now that we got some basic information out of the way, here it is. That is my sun spider. So this is the fuzzy kind. Very, very cool looking. So I'm gonna try to open this without it rushing out. These are very, very quick. Hence the name why they're called wind scorpions, because they run super fast. So you can see here, this is the sun spider. Just look at those chelicerae. That is insane. If we can focus. You would not want to get bit by that. Now that is very, very tiny, but he should get a bit bigger. This is the fuzzy species. Not quite sure of the actual scientific name. All I know is it's a fuzzy one. So how do you take care of these guys? Very, very easy. What I have here is a container. It's a bit smaller due to his size. Once he gets bigger, I'll probably get him another bigger size critter cage. So you're gonna want sandy substrate. You can get 50 pounds of like play sand from a Lowe's or Home Depot for like $4. Super good stuff. I use it for my other reptiles. Easily, safe. But yeah, you're just gonna want to pack that in and make sure that it's deep enough because these guys do like to burrow. Now you can add in like rocks and stuff for aesthetic. Just be careful. Do not put anything super tall in their enclosure because if they fall, they can rupture and they die. So don't do that. But yeah, super easy setup. Don't need much. Don't make it so that it's humid in there. You don't want any humidity, really. Not much, because they are a desert-dwelling species. However, you do want to spray the sides of the enclosure a little bit. Get some water droplets on it, because that's really how they drink. You don't want to give them a water source, because they can drown themselves. I've always thought these were the creepiest things, but they are just so cool. Alrighty, you guys, I'm just gonna add him to his enclosure. I'm just gonna kind of slowly tip him in. Hopefully he doesn't, I'm trying not to get him to fall too bad. Oh, and there he goes. Now, another cool fact about these guys that I bet you didn't know is that they can actually play dead for a very long time. Actually, when they do this, most people think they're really dead, but they're not really. They're just kind of laying there. So you may see them on their back with their legs up and everything, just sitting in the middle of the container and think, oh, darn, my pet's dead, but not really. These guys are actually molting during that period. Just like scorpions and spiders, they molt when they grow, and it's actually pretty scary. when you see them that way. And they can just chill there for days like that, even months sometimes. But yeah, they're in fact not really dead. They're just kind of chilling there like that. Oh, these guys are just, oh, that's so cool. They're so cool. I always saw those pictures of them in Afghanistan, the guys holding up the huge like things of them and how they were so big. You'd see it on the news and stuff. I always thought they were the coolest things. That is crazy. Alright guys, that's gonna do it for this video. Thank you for tuning in and watching. I am so excited I finally have one of these. It's crazy. I never really see anybody selling them around here, but there happened to be two and I picked up one of them. So that's pretty cool. Anyway, I will see you all in the next video. Peace.